We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone, myself Mr. Pradeep Patel, working as Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department of Vidyadeep Institute of Engineering and Technology, Anita Kim. Today we are going to learn in Fundamental of Machine Design of subject, and today's topic is moment of inertia of planar cross-sectional area. Now what is moment of inertia? Okay, so the moment of a force. The moment of a force about a point is a product of a force and the perpendicular distance between the point, and the line of action of a force is equal to P into x. So this moment is called the first moment of a force. If the moment is again multiplied by the perpendicular distance and the line of action, so P into x is equal to Px square, then the quantity is called moment of force or second moment of a force, that is simply called moment of inertia. Okay. So sometimes instead of a force, area or mass of a figure or body is taken into consideration. Then the second moment is known as a moment of area or second moment of mass. But such second moment are called moment of inertia. So moment of inertia of a plane area. So let us consider the plane area whose moments of inertia is required to be find out. So split of all the area into small number of elements. A1, A2, A3 are the small elements, and R1, R2 are the corresponding distance of the elements from the line about which the moment of inertia is required to be find out. Now the moment of inertia of the area, that is I is equal to A1 R1 square plus A2 R2 square plus A3 R2 square. So you can also rewrite this equation as a sigma AR square. So the as a matter of fact, the unit of moment of inertia of a planar area depends upon the unit of area and its length. Okay, so if area is in meter square and length is in meter, then it is expressed in meter raised to 4. If the area is in mm, then length is mm and the moment of inertia is mm raised to 4. Now the important one theorem is the theorem of perpendicular axis theorem. So it states that if Ixx and Iyy be the moment of plane section, two perpendicular axes meeting at 4, the moment of inertia of Izz about zz axis perpendicular to the plane passing through the Ixx and Iyy. So you can simply rewrite this equation Izz is equal to Ixx plus Iyy. So simply you have considered one body here and it is having a axis xyz. Consider the small lamina P here. Okay, so the of area dA, it is having a small area dA, having a coordinate x and y, ox, oy, two mutually perpendicular axes on the plane as shown in figure. Okay, you have to consider here. Now consider the OZ perpendicular to x and y. Let R be the radius of the lamina P. Okay, you have to assume that. So z axis such that OP is equal to R. Okay. So from trigonometric geometry, R square is equal to x square plus y square. Okay. So the moment of inertia of the lamina P about x axis, that is equal to Ix x is equal to dA y square and Iyy is equal to dA x square. So Izz is equal to dA r square is equal to x square plus y square. So dA x square and dA y square, that is the moment of inertia about y axis and x axis. So simply this theorem is important, theorem of perpendicular axis theorem. Now second one, that's the theorem of parallel axis theorem. So it states that the moment of inertia of a planar area about axis passing through its CG is denoted by IG. Then the moment of inertia of the area about any other axis more than its centroid, AB parallel to the first at a distance h from its center of gravity, and generally this is the one line here and this is your object. So when, we have generally derived a equation for moment of inertia about the entire body at this point G. But if you are finding out from AB, then you have to apply this formula. So AB is equal to IG plus AH square. So AB is equal to moment of inertia of the area about axis AB. IG, that means moment of inertia of area about its centroid, and A, that means area of the section. H is the distance between the CG and the section of AB. So they have considered one example here. Consider the strip of a circle whose moment of inertia is required to be find out. A line AB they have taken here. So delta is the area of the strip. So y is the distance of the strip from the center of gravity. H is the distance between the gravity. Now, moment of inertia of a whole strip about the axis passing through the center of gravity of the section. So delta y square. So moment of inertia, that is equal to Ig is equal to delta sigma delta a y square. Moment of inertia about AB is equal to Ig plus AH square. They have rewrite here. They have taken y is equal to h plus y. Okay, and I of AB, if you have here they are passing through the CG, then you can write the equation like that. But if you are passing through AB section, you have to consider h plus y square. So you are again rewriting this equation. You have sort out this, and I of AB is equal to I of delta h square plus y square plus, this is a very small element, so we can ignore it. Okay, so you can rewrite your equation ah square plus Ig. Okay, so this is the important equation. Okay, now moment of inertia of different sections, that is the important part. Okay, if you have considered one rectangular portion, its centroid is somewhat located here. So its formula that you have to remember, that is Ixx is equal to BD cube by 12. BD cube by 12 moment of inertia about xx. We are considering your perpendicular distance about x-axis. So Ixx is equal to BD cube by 12 and Iyy, that is dB cube by 12. So whenever we are considering the vertical axis, we have to take on x-axis as a cube. Okay, and moment of inertia of a circular section, that's a very important point of for us. So it is equal to Ixx is equal to pi by 64 d raised to 4. So generally we have to remember all these formula for our example. So how to find out the moment of inertia of a planar cross section area? Now you can see the formula. Moment of inertia of a few standard steps you can observe here. First step, it is a rectangular. It is having a BD area, that is BD. Ixx is that is equal to BD cube by 12, and here dB cube by 12. If you are taking circle, its formula pi by 4 d square. Ixx, that is equal to pi by 64 d raised to 4. Same way, same here. Okay, pi by 64 d raised to 4. Now next semicircle, pi by 2 r square, 0.11 r raised to 4, and pi by 32 d raised to 4. Quarter circle, pi by 4 r square, and here 0.055 r raised to 4, same here. Then right angle, it is equal to 1 half bh, and again you are rewriting this equation. So bh cube by 12 and hb cube by 12. Okay, so these are the basic important formulas you have to remember to solve the example moment of inertia of a different cross-sectional area. Okay, thank you.